Husband's boss contacts ME looking for him. Husband is on scheduled vacation. A little background. My husband has been working for the same HVAC company for 15 years. He's been there since it was a fledgling company. Now employs over 100 technicians. The pay is great. Double time on calls after 4. They cover benefits. 100%. He has seniority. He gets 5 weeks of vacation a year. Bonuses out the wazoo. One of those weeks he always takes is after Labor Day. It's a time to see our kids off to school, close the pool, basically get ready for the fall. Now that the kids are older and away in college, and I am retired, we still utilize that week for a final summer vacation. In 15 years, it was never a single problem with this. At the beginning of the year, the company was sold to a large monopoly. All bonuses were eliminated. No longer could you accrue vacation leave. Maximum leave was 2 weeks now, cut down from 5 for those who have been there 10 years or longer. Seniority no longer matters. My husband was off his usual Labor Day week. When he is off, he shuts his work phone off. Apparently they were extremely busy during the heat wave. They looked in his records for an emergency contact and came up with my number and called me to tell him to report to work. He told them he was away on vacation and would be happy to report to work on Monday. He was told if he did not come in, then it would be assumed he refused work. He would face disciplinary action, possibly termination. He has another experience to find a job immediately. Morale is in the toilet. And this just doesn't help. I wish he could retire early. Rant over. It's my understanding that that industry is always hiring. When they dropped his benefits he should have just laughed in their faces and walked then. What's keeping him there? Fuck that. 2 weeks vacation after 15 years? I'd be finding myself a new job. 15 yo in HVAC? He can work wherever the hell he pleases. What is up with these companies being equal parts stupid and wealthy? Just buying up companies, making changes until everything dies from cutting corners and then using their savings to buy another company. Rinse and repeat. I hope it's an incredible emergency. Your husband gets a sweet new job to disappear to. And him leaving costs them millions in lost productivity. I worked for a grocery store and I lived with my parents while I got back on my feet. One day I had my cell phone off as it was my day off and I was laying down in my room when the house phone rang and my mom picked it up. This was the entire conversation. Mom. Hello. Say again. I am going to hang up right now and you are going to ask politely where my son is, and she immediately hangs up. Phone rings again. Mom. Hello? Yes. X is here. Let me get him for you. My store manager was on the other end of the line asking if I could work. I said yes, and as I was getting ready I asked what was with the first time she picked up the phone. And she said when she answered all my manager said was, Jesse. Now. No other words or anything. When I got to work he sheepishly tried to apologize. I told him to never talk to anyone like that again. Especially my mom. You might also ask why I went in on my day off. It was a union job and I made good money when working overtime and it was my 6th day. My old boss hated calling people in for overtime as it would cut into his bonus. I would hear him complaining about it whenever I was in the office printing out labels. We can't last a week without you, but if you don't come in you're fired. It makes my brain hurt. He should start his own company. He already has the formula for success. He can get the best technicians and retain them while this other company will keep a high turnover rate which will cause them to lose business that your husband can pick up. This has happened to me too. My BF was on a boat in the middle of the Caribbean. No cell service. No internet. His boss calls me asking if there's really no way to get a hold of him, like he had lied about not being contactable. I told him unless he wanted to get on a boat and sail out there. He wasn't talking to BF this week. Unbelievable. I never answer phone numbers I don't recognize. I let it go to voicemail. Even when you did answer. Ideally you should have just said he's on vacation out of country and I have no way to contact him. They're trying to fire him because of his age and distance to retirement. I would recommend hiring an attorney, because it sounds like age discrimination to me. That is not the proper use of emergency contact. It's a shame there's no protection for abuses like this. Emergency contacts are for if something happened to him on the job, not because they're busy. Best to just not respond in any way next time. How incredibly unprofessional and inappropriate to call the emergency contact for BS reasons. AAANNNDDD. How incredibly disrespectful to bother him on approved vacation time. That's a labor board reportable offense. We'll make sure to enter the time he will be paid for your interrupting his vacation as double time. For today. Then hang up. If my vacay got chopped from 5 weeks to 2, I would be looking for a new job immediately. And with his experience I bet he could find one in a day. All bonuses were eliminated. No longer could you accrue vacation leave. Maximum leave was 2 weeks now. Cut down from 5 for those who have been there 10 years or longer. Seniority no longer matters. WTF. That would have been when I quit. Like, on the spot. Fuck that noise. Tell them to stop harassing you. And this is why I don't answer numbers I don't know. Smile with a halo. So wait, let me get this straight. So you are going to fire my husband if he doesn't show up? Because you guys are short-staffed? So you are going to make a short-term, temporary problem a longer-term one now? That's great business sense. Ha 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 ha. Good luck. Quote. Everybody needs HVAC guys. They are gold around here. I'd bet he could find something tomorrow. They are trying to get rid of their higher-paid employees. Ageism is happening before your eyes. He will be fired some trivial matter and be replaced with some kid making far less per hour.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.